right, everybody, welcome back. We are doing the Right Way podcast live. And I got my friend here, Steve, who's actually a live Fruity Pebble. He actually is the biggest John Cena fan. Look at him. Look at him. Look at this beautiful face.
See, you're taking my jokes.
Look at this.
You're taking my jokes.
Look at it. Then he looks
so
like
wait.
Captain Nerd.
If you're going to call me that, you got to at least tell them why you call me that. Or why we call each other that. Because everybody...
Okay, so we both wrestling fans. He is a huge John Cena. This dude dressed up at 35 as John Cena and went around knocking on doors, getting candy from little kids. I said, you big Fruity Pebble. And he's just like, hey, yeah, can't see me. Give me the fire.
So the first time when I came in your room and I started calling you Fruity Pebble, your moderators were like going to take me out. They wanted to like hit the ban button like right away.
I had to save him.
And we were like, no, it's a thing that him and I...
Yeah,
so if you hear us saying it's
we pester stuff.
Right.
But basically, this is what we're going to talk about. We're talking about, like, he's on the podcast, we talk about this week's news. We're talking about just different stuff. But since we're live here, and thank y'all, it's like so many people. Y'all made me feel good. Like, this is great. I'm going to try to...
Wait. Do you know why they're here?
Oh, for you?
No. They're here because the guy out there was saying that you were giving away free greatest hits games from PlayStation.
You know what? I actually...
That's why you guys are here.
No, seriously, I am going to give away... has anybody been watching the greatest hits series I've been doing? All right, no, seriously, I am. I do have some greatest hits games I'm giving away. Like, probably in a week or two, I got like 6 or 7 games I'm going to be giving away. They're not...
Oh, you're going to do it in 6 or 7 days?
No. I got 6 or 7 games I'm going to be giving away.
Today?
Like, not today, no.
Nobody cares then. Nobody cares if you're
They
not...
do care.
Listen, after this, just come to my booth. I got a bunch of games that I'm going to give away today, unlike this guy who's being all stingy. I'm just saying.
You know what? I'm going to shave your head.
No, don't do that. You don't want to scare these people more than they already are. Come on. All right, let's go.
But no, seriously, I'm going to be giving some games away later on. And I am actually looking for, like, greatest hits right now. It's, like, impossible to find greatest hits games. So if anybody want to ask me a question, this is just like a laid-back thing we're doing. We'll put this on YouTube later and stuff. So, yeah, come up and ask a question and stuff. But we can talk about this week's news. This week in the news, oh, my goodness. PlayStation and Xbox. First, PlayStation got hacked. That's crazy. They got hacked over, like, Tuesday.
It's because the CEO stepped down.
Well, we're going to get back to that. But that's crazy, too. But I can't believe, like, this is, like, the second time PlayStation has got hacked, right? And I hope just everybody change your passwords just to be on the safe side. Change your passwords. Take your credit cards off right now just to see until something, you don't know what might happen with this. But then the CEO, Jim Ryan, stepped down. Now, I know a lot of gamers do not like Jim Ryan. Mm-hmm. But I will say that he has brought PlayStation through the PlayStation 4 era. Like, they was horrible during the PlayStation 3 era. They was horrible. But then he led them through the PlayStation 4 era, and now a lot of things people don't like is he said he don't care about old video games. Which, how many people here like old video games? Okay, cool. How many people who like Jim Ryan? Nobody here. Are y'all happy that he's gone? Kind of, or you don't even know who he is. Okay, so Jim Ryan's the CEO of PlayStation. He's been there since the PlayStation 1. He's more of a numbers guy. He's not really like software based. He don't care about old school games like that. He just cares about numbers. He's a businessman, so he took care of business for PlayStation and brought PlayStation where it is now. But in the same week that PlayStation got hacked, he stepped down. So what do you think? You think there's anything with that?
I see a lot of CEOs getting axed in the gaming world right now.
But he didn't get axed. He's stepping down. He's not. If he got axed,
he got axed. Come on.
Well, we don't know. We don't know. But yes. Okay.
We don't have confirmation, but the reality is CEOs.
If he got axed, he would have been gone already. He's stepping down next year.
Well, they got to find a replacement, so they got to tell him, like, in 6 weeks you're done.
Start cleaning up your desk right now.
That's
they
it.
gave him a video
that's the
and all
reality.
that kind of stuff. So.
That's the reality. I don't know. I think we as gamers and creators, we tend to look at these CEOs as they're the driving force of these products, these platforms.
And they're really not.
And they're not.
They're not.
So I don't know if it's really going to...
You guys are the driving force. All right, show of hands. How many people are PlayStation-based, that like PlayStation? All right, Nintendo, Xbox?
All three?
All three?
Okay, ooh, that was...
Wait, no, all three?
There was only two, I thought. Three.
All two?
Three. I think I seen a hand.
Okay, we got two people who are all three. Xbox only. How many? Raise your hands.
That's right, you're not missing anything.
Okay. Oh, wow. Wait, nobody's Xbox only? PlayStation.
Hey, you know what, though? The best thing my Xbox Series X does holds up a microphone.
Don't start.
I'm just saying. Like, I haven't turned it on probably 6 months.
I enjoy Xbox. I enjoy the Xbox 360 generation. I really do. And
the 360?
The Xbox 360.
Yeah,
I enjoy the Xbox 360
generation. I would agree with that.
Oh, and also, guys, now is a great time to start collecting Xbox 360 games. Oh, my goodness. They got so many good... On the floor right now, is so many good Xbox and Xbox 360 games. Stop hitting stuff. What's wrong with you? You see,
I was going to take this out and hit you with this. Actually, what I was going to do.
Yeah, it's the Captain Nerd up here. Don't know what
I'm going to hit you with it. No. Let's talk about that for a second.
Okay.
So we're at a
okay.
We're at a convention.
Yeah.
You picked up some. I picked up a ton of games.
How many games did you pick up?
I picked up heavy hitters. So I picked up, okay.
Look at heavy hitters.
Yes. So
Mr. Moneybag is over here. No.
What does this mean for the future of collecting? Sony's actually pushing people to do digital.
I think Xbox is pushing digital.
Xbox, we know that.
I think both of the big companies are pushing. Xbox and Sony is kind of doing digital. Especially, have you seen? Everybody seen the new Xbox leaks? Have y'all seen that? That looks like a snow cone or a microphone.
But I think the younger generation, you guys like the digital rights because
you don't like.
Okay, all right.
So you come up here, man. Come up and talk to us real quick.
Why don't you, being young, why don't you like digital? Because I mean, mom and dad can't always take you to the game store, and you want that latest game. Why?
I mean, I just like collecting.
You like collecting?
I like having the thing, and if I want to give it to my friends so they can try it, I can.
Okay, so what do you like collecting?
Like
here, what do you buy? What do you gonna buy here?
Atari stuff, Xbox 360. That's
Atari. Atari?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wait, how old are you?
I'm 16.
Atari is 16. That is amazing.
That is really awesome.
That is really cool. Okay, so what drew you to Atari?
So I went to my grandparents' basement and I was looking through it.
You took all this stuff, didn't you?
Yeah.
Smart kid.
That's story.
I found old Atari and a bunch of games. And I just started playing them, and it was completely different than anything I had already.
It was real simple, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It just wasn't complicated.
Well, some kids say it's harder. Like my son, when he played Zelda 1,
mm-hmm.
I could time it. He would die in 90 seconds.
Dude, Zelda 1 is not that... I mean, it's a simple game.
Yeah, but come on now.
I mean, I understand. Like,
Super Mario Bros. He didn't even get past the first level without dying.
Well, he's your son. I look at him and say, hey, hold on now.
Yeah,
I had to get him.
What did I do?
What did I do? I had to get him. But,
so do you find them easier or do you find them harder?
Probably easier. They're a lot less complicated, at least.
And it's easier, like cheaper to collect, right?
Yeah, definitely.
How many cards do you have right now?
150.
Oh,
maybe.
wow. Okay, so seriously, like, I'm 45, he's 44, but that's our kind of generation. We didn't start Atari, we started Nintendo, but even I didn't really touch Atari. I mean, I had it.
I had Atari and television at, I think it was 7.
It's so cool to see, like, the younger generation collect Atari and stuff like that. So, what's one of your favorite games?
I was just going to say, what's your favorite?
Enduro.
Okay.
Oh.
That is really
So,
cool.
are you actively right now collecting for Atari?
Yeah.
That's
amazing. Your number one. You're trying to get like a set, or are you trying to?
I mean, there's definitely way too many games for a set, but I'm just getting everything I can.
26 or 7800?
2600 mostly.
That is really good. Congratulations, man.
That's
Keep
awesome.
doing it. See, that's what we talk about. Yeah, you can get to that. You can get, but that's cool right there. Like, as you can see, you get this back home. See that? Now that's pretty cool. Like, see the younger generation collecting like for older stuff like that. That is amazing because I don't think he might record like Switch or maybe in PlayStation 4, but He said Atari. That's like really, really dope. Anybody else in here? Like who's collectors in here? What about you,
What are you collecting?
What do you collect?
Come on up. This is interactive.
Yes, this is an interactive.
Don't make me
podcast.
talk to him the whole time.
Please don't let me talk to him.
I collect NES.
NES? Sweet. I'm doing it as well for the complete North American collection. Are you doing the whole collection?
Yes.
How many
What's your favorite game so far? Yo, how many you got and what's your favorite game?
Mega Man 5.
Good. All right. That's right.
Dad's behind that one. He's sitting there proud.
I know that. He like,
Raise them right.
That's right. That's right.
Raise
That's right.
That's
That's
right.
right.
That's right. Good job, Dave. Good job. So Mega Man 5. Why Mega Man 5?
I feel like I'm a big Mega Man fan, but when I play that one, I feel like there's more variety in it.
Okay.
Each stage is its own gimmick.
You know what? Mega Man 5, if people say Mega Man 2 and Mega Man 5 are the best games.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
2 and 5 is like so good. And you can play them over and over.
So how many of the NES collection have you got so far?
Over 70.
Wow, that's a good start. How long have you been doing this?
For a little while now.
Okay.
Are you looking? Did you buy anything here today?
Yes.
What did you get?
We got TMNT 3.
Good game.
Nice. Yes.
Such a good game.
Yeah.
We got Ninja Gaiden 3.
Oh, such a good game.
And we got the NES G.I. Joe.
Nice.
Good. All 3 good games. Really good games. So are you starting to collect good games right now and leave out the crap or what? Because it seems like you just get good games. I didn't hear nothing else that you bought was bad.
I'm trying to collect mostly the good games right now, but I do get some of the crappy ones too.
Yeah. You got to get the shovelware. It's unfortunate. What I've been doing is like I find a lot of deals with like going to swap meets and stuff. Sometimes you can say like with shovelware, you can say to the person like, "Hey, I'm going to buy this stack of 10," and he might have it priced at $5 to $10. But you're like, if you tell them you're collecting and you're not reselling, they have to take your word. A lot of times they'll give them for almost $2 a piece. So that's like the more you buy. I think I started 8 weeks ago and I'm up to almost 300. I think I'm at 285.
Yeah, and also somebody donated you those 2 big games.
Oh yeah. So one of my viewers actually donated a little Samsung complete in box.
Oh,
he had 2 of them. Yeah, he had 2 of them in his collection. He was like,
yeah, I know, right?
yeah. He was like, I want to help you out. He said, the only thing is you can't sell it. He's like, you can give it to your son when you're, but he said, you can't sell it. So it's like, okay. And I got stadium events.
I know, right?
Stadium events. Was,
That's why he's a Fruity Pebble.
So then last week I bought Bucky O'Hare and I bought Darkwing Duck.
And those 2 good games. All the Disney games are like really good.
Somebody today offered me the Flintstones for $1,000. I was like, my wife will shoot me if I go home with the Flintstones. She knows. That's the problem. She knows how much that thing costs.
Yeah, she should shoot you.
So what's your next game that you're looking to get? Like you have to have it. Might be a heavy hitter. What do you have to have?
As I said, I am a big Mega Man fan.
So you're going for the Mega
Man?
Man?
I think for SNES, I'm going to look for X2 and 3. Those ones are very pricey, though.
He might give it to you.
I mean, I would gladly take it.
You almost saw a murder.
I mean, I would gladly take it.
You want to take a home with dead body? No, I'm just playing. But no, I don't even have that in my collection. I stopped collecting Super Nintendo and Nintendo when the SNES and the NES Classic came out. I just stopped collecting for it. Because I had a whole lot of Nintendo games, Super Nintendo games. I just stopped. I had like in box. I just stopped. I mean, now I'm just really mostly PlayStation. So I love PlayStation, especially the greatest hits. A lot of people don't want to collect like the greatest hits, the platinum hits, and stuff like that because they just think it's ugly. And I'm like, it's the same game, guys. And just put them on the side by itself. It'll look great on the shelf.
Yeah, put it in a room where you can't look at it.
I mean, I like the green labels. It looks like him, It's kind of ugly like his face,
You're making him regret that he even came up here.
No.
You do realize that, right?
No, just do not look right in the face. You'll be okay.
Don't look at him. You turn.
It's like Medusa. You turn to stone.
Listen to him.
What character? What's your name?
Roman.
Who?
Roman.
Oh, Roman, like Roman Reigns?
Yes.
Can you do like? No, I'm sorry.
It's funny because
don't.
It's funny because my younger cousin is a big wrestling fan, but he's like really young, so he calls me Roman Reigns.
Oh, that's good, dude. Did you spear him?
No.
Oh. How old is he?
I How old?
5 now.
5.
Oh, he's the perfect age of spirit. Yeah.
So if you had, what's your favorite modern? Before we let you sit down, before he derails us even further.
Really? I'm invited you here. Be quiet.
What's your favorite modern console? Because I think that's what we're trying to figure out.
Favorite modern console? I think technically, if we look at like the eShop, the Wii U would probably be the best one.
Modern? Really?
Yeah, the eShop is.
I'm impressed.
But like, it has almost every Nintendo game on there.
So did you download everything, or did you hack the Wii U?
No, we haven't hacked it. We didn't really do much of the virtual.
It's not hacking it. It's preserving it.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Did you preserve?
It's preserving it.
Preserve.
Google is preserving.
My sister's fiance is actually hacking my 3DS right now.
What's he looking hacking his 3DS?
Preserving.
Not hacking.
We don't hack.
We don't hack Nintendo. We preserve.
We preserve it.
Preserve it. All right. We gotta sit him down.
Appreciate it, man.
But that's pretty cool though. Like, oh, thank you so much, man.
Thanks,
thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, just right back here.
You're just gonna move it again.
Yeah, I'm gonna move it again. I am.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
that's what we're trying to do with my son too.
It's just amazing because so it's adult like me, you, most of the adults in here. Like I would never think the younger generation would do like Atari, then you say Wii U, and then like NES, which is so freaking cool because you guys are going to continue the retro scene. You guys are like the lifeblood of it. So thank you. Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you so much for continuing because you guys are going to keep that alive, and that's what I do. I do love all video games, but must say, I guess you can call Xbox 360 and PS3 now retro.
You're doing 360 greatest hits coming up, aren't you?
Maybe.
You teased it. You teased it.
Maybe. I'm looking at it. I'm looking into it.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot too.
I just found out, and I didn't know this growing up, but there is actually like Konami greatest hits even for NES. The original NES. Like I got a Blades of Steel, and I don't know if our other collector there. I got a Blades of Steel, the original silver, the label on it. I have the red one.
Really?
Yeah, like they did a special. I never did. Anybody else see that growing up? They had like a.
You should
check my. No. It's legit. Yeah. I took it in. Yeah, I took it into Wildcard Video Games, and he was like, "No, that's legit. That's."
Wow.
I never knew that growing up.
That's really cool. Oh, another thing. Another thing I'm getting into now is action figures.
I saw that you're buying all those Dragon Ball Z ones.
Dragon Ball Z. Who likes Dragon Ball Z? Anybody? Okay, so they have a line, and it's an expensive line, but it's like SH Fig Arts. Oh my goodness! If you don't buy them when they come out, and then you try to buy them secondhand on the market, it's going to kick your butt. They have one here. They have a Piranga, the dragon, the dragon from the Namek Saga. Yeah, the Great Dragon from the Namek Saga. He's $300. But I can't get him on a plane though. I mean, I can get him like on Amazon. I'm not shipping it. If I'm gonna ship it, I'm gonna go get it from Amazon. But I mean, that figure is like the second biggest figure they have. But all the little figures they come out like about $60. They rise from 60, then they just shoot up like 100.
You do realize I only live an hour away.
Huh?
I could ship it to you.
I might think you do that. You might keep it.
Oh.
See? It'll be in his little Tech Blood studio. Or Wolf.
Well, I know, in all kidding aside, I'd be afraid because those things are worth so much, like it would break shipping. UPS would play football with it or something.
And you have to get like an original shipping box and stuff like that. It's just wild. Another thing I want to talk about that I'm really excited about, and all the Switch games are coming out this year. Like the end of the year. Nintendo is ending this year crazy. Like, next month, Super Mario Wonder. And also, too, look, the same day, Mario Wonder.
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2 on the same day. And the same week, Sonic All-Star. Not Sonic All-Star, was it Sonic Superstars? Yeah, thank you. 3 games.
He has an alarm set on his phone for it.
Really? Spider-Man 2? Yeah,
He's ready.
Oh, and then also, too, the PlayStation Portal, which I don't know how that's going to be. I just got it because I like PlayStation stuff. A Wario game, Pikmin 1 and 2 physical coming out. Mario RPG. Are you a Pikmin fan?
Yeah.
Are you?
It already came out.
Pikmin 1 and 2 is already out?
I went day one. I was not.
When did it come out?
Like last week.
I need to go get it because I know it's gonna be a limited release. One. Oh God. I need done. No, as soon as I'm ordering for Amazon. I'm definitely getting it.
So wait. Let's back up. You bought the PlayStation Portal. Yes. Please tell me you're not going to open it.
Yeah, I'm gonna open it. I mean, seriously, I'm gonna do a review on it.
Well,
I'm gonna do a review on it.
I have the iPad here. I just take my PlayStation controller and play it for free.
Yeah, I know. Yes, seriously.
But you know what? And I get a bigger screen.
Well, your face is a bigger screen. She's like, what is that about?
But if I got the PlayStation,
we do this all the time for like the last 10 years.
I'm not offended. This is us.
This is like us for like 10 years. Like what?
We've known each other for almost 20 years.
20 years
because when he was a pro photographer full time.
Yeah, I'm doing wrestling, weddings.
I produced his if you go back on Vimeo, you can actually find it. It was called The Right Way to Photograph.
And my hair was like up right here.
It was funny.
My hair was like right here.
It really was. And then we did Apple Fanboys.
Yeah, we was such an Apple fan. And we used to, every time Apple will bring out an iPhone, we'd be first in line and, get your phone. I don't do that no more. I still have the 14. I'm not getting the 15. I just paid this phone off. I'm an adult now. I don't need another phone. I don't need another bill. All the adults know here, we don't need another bill, right?
That's right. And then when we moved to gaming and stuff, you kind of went your way. And it took me a while because he didn't get into. He was younger at the time, so we started working. You were asking me about video stuff, so that's when we kind of got
back. But it was so funny though. He was almost at 100,000 subscribers doing tech and all that kind of stuff. But it got so toxic and stuff, and just people were just being weird.
I wanted to show him what it takes to start over. So I started over. I think I have a little over 8,000 subscribers right now.
He started over, but, he's doing good because he's like, I started watching. I was like, oh, really? That's good. Because we just kept in touch, You followed out 2 or 3 years, but you still, you're like, hey, what you doing this every now and then. But then we finally met, 2-3 months ago?
Yeah, for the first time in person. After almost 20 years.
I was like, wow, you are much uglier. Zing, got you,
He spent this last 25 minutes thinking of that one.
I know, right? I was waiting to drop it.
She's sitting over there going, oh my gosh. It's been 25 minutes.
Hey, I got hurt and laughed, so I know it did good. So it was great.
All right. Every squirrel finds a nut once in a while.
I know, right? Hey, she belly laugh. I'm good.
If you watch his podcast, we go back and forth all the time.
And people think we don't like it. No, we just do it all the time. It's just brotherly love, though. It's really good.
He's helped me. Listen, you were talking about collecting NES. Honestly, that's what got me watching his videos, learning how to go different places. I never thought. Did anybody think to look at pawn shops for old? I'm talking old game, not modern stuff, but NES Game Boy.
Pawn shop. Yeah.
I walked in there and they had I think it was one of the Kirby's or what? Was it Pokemon that we got out of there? Anyways, it was a real expensive Pokemon game. We got it for $2.
So the secret about pawn shops is a lot of people go in there and they want PS4 and Xbox games. All you gotta do is say, hey, do you have any old stuff in the back, old Nintendo? And you gotta say, do you have Game Boy, Nintendo, GameCube? You have to actually say it because a lot of people thinking just Xbox and PlayStation. But if you say hey, do you have Game Boy? Do you have Xbox? Do you have PlayStation 1? Do you have PlayStation 2? Do you have Nintendo? And they'd be like, oh yeah, I got something back over here. It's been here for years. I've been in so many pawn shops that people went in the back and they brought out stuff that people put on layaway and didn't even pick up. I got Nintendo games, Super Nintendo stuff, all kind of crazy, just Super. You always got to ask, do they have stuff in the back at pawn shops? Because they do. Sometimes people just, put stuff or they'll pawn their stuff and they won't come back and get it. And you're like, oh wow, this stuff is right here. Yeah. Now it's not every pawn shop, but
Goodwills too.
But Goodwills, the thing about Goodwills is you have to know people there.
Yes.
And I think we got a guest coming. Is he coming? No, he's not coming. I thought he was going to be. You coming in? You want to make a run in real quick? Yeah, please, come on in. We got to run in. Yeah, come on.
I'm doing one at 1:30. Is it this room? The next room, I think.
Is this room?
I got to do one first.
Hey, it's Tim.
I'll take you over here.
Just give them one for. They're waiting for it. Just give them.
Pittsburgh is heating up. Boom shot high.
can't go to work without his coffee. Don't you bring the coffee, and I'll bring the token. Kaboom! Or, how about you bring the tie-dye, hacky sack, and weed. And like the Grateful Dead, I'll bring the jam all night long. Kaboom!
All right, Tim, thank you so much. Tim made a run in. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
You see, you never know what happens on this podcast, y'all. This is just like, it's a good thing. My podcast is basically like sitting back, chilling, life, and video games. It's nothing never really serious.
His camera never stays on the whole episode.
Shut up. Okay, so my camera, right?
It's a shame that you don't have a brand new one that somebody gave you.
I haven't. You haven't told me to hook it up yet. He don't give me this high professional camera. Oh, you gotta hook it into the network. I'm like, really? Do it? I got an iPhone. But I'm gonna.
And that's my problem.
I told you last week. Call me. Oh.
No, I said you call me because you're Mr. Busy.
I am busy. I am really busy. And also, congratulations him. He's gonna get ready to have a daughter.
I know.
Everybody, yeah, congratulations. Yeah. He's losing his game room. Yes.
No, I'm not losing my game room. No. So this is the funny part about all this. Okay, so you're like, okay, big deal. He's having a kid. My son's 11. My daughter's 15. And I'm having a newborn. Starting over at 44.
Hey,
I'll take all your pity. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
Hey, I don't have kids. I'm trying to. I don't know. I looked at him.
I'm okay with that. No, but seriously, we were talking
I looked at him and I got impotent. So I don't know. I'm straight.
Well, no, but we were talking about. But that's like it's nice to see these two young guys.
Yeah,
because I'm trying to do this with my son because
and that's good too. When you told me that you was
to
like,
preserve this stuff because when we're gone, he's preserving it.
And he's doing Game Boy Advance, right?
He's trying to collect for Game Boy Advance. Yeah.
Game Boy Advance, that is cool. Oh, if you haven't started on Game Boy Advance, guys, it's so many good games.
I think the most expensive are $100, right? I think.
Yeah, it's not that expensive.
It's like Pokemon.
I promise. I won't get nobody on YouTube, our friends, to talk about it, so the prices won't go up. They always blame us, like, you talked about the game and it went up.
So you're the reason.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to be the reason the greatest hits go up. That's somebody told me. Like, oh, now y'all didn't want them. Now you want them? Like,
So if these guys wanted to, what would you suggest a good, like these younger guys, or anybody for that matter, for a subset right now, outside of the PlayStation, because we all know you get mad when people
I would say, seriously, only on Xbox.
Really? Start Xbox 360?
No. Original Xbox, but get the only on Xbox games. Just when it says
only.
About 100.
Oh, that's a good subset.
Only on Xbox.
Yeah.
That's why I'm collecting that on the side also, because and another thing about Xbox, guys, you gotta find an Xbox that works. All these Xboxes down have they break down easy. The big heavy Xboxes,
Only
they
yours
break down.
does.
Well,
I'm just pulling up the chat room because I'm tired of listening to you.
Well, look at you. Turn it down.
I'm not turning it down. I'm being professional. Listen.
You got any questions?
They just said you're a big fruity pebble.
I love it. But no, only on Xbox or Xbox 360 or...
If you were going to go...
I would say, you know what?
What about modern? Let's do modern. Only because...
PlayStation 4.
Before
PlayStation 4.
That's what I was trying to get you to do.
PlayStation 4 games are super cheap. Right now, with the GameStop yesterday, they have a deal where you can buy 4 games. You can get 4 games for $20. So that means, I think, 4 games for like under $5 or something like that. Or you can get like the 4 for $40. So it's like 4 games for $40, and they knock them all $10 each, but they like $19.99 and under. So any game like $19, you get 4 of those games. They knock slashing in half. You get 4 games for $40. It's a good deal. That's $10 a game. And PlayStation, they got so many good PS4 games that people are skipping over. Skipping over.
Pawn shops, I get them for like $2 a piece.
Yeah,
I'm buying everything. Like if I go in there and I come up with a stack, they might have them for $5 to $7 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
If I buy a stack, like I was telling you guys, they'll knock them down to like $2.
Oh, Xbox One game.
Do it.
Nobody's buying Xbox One games because of Game Pass. I would get Xbox One. Get the games that are getting ready to like leave Game Pass because those games, people want those games. They're like, oh, I can't play this. No. Are you in this room?
Mr. Wright.
He's coming in here to crash
hang
it
out
again.
with you guys.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Because my guys don't. No fans showed up.
No fans showed up?
No, they don't.
All right, ladies and
I'm
gentlemen.
gonna hang with you. You do your thing, and then we'll do some stuff.
Hey, we gotta get him here.
We'll kidnap these folks if they want.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a legend joining the podcast. The voice of NBA Jam. You like I did that?
Oh, that was nice. Hey, well, you gotta listen live microphone. Oh, you gotta turn that shit on. Yeah. You gotta know how to work a mic after all.
Hey, remember, this is a family-friendly show.
Welcome to NBA Jam Altitude with Attitude Halftime Report. Razzle dazzle. Hey, man, good to be on the show here with
Thank
you guys.
you so much. I'm so happy. Me and Tim, we hung out last night. We went to some wild stuff.
Korean barbecue meets nightclub and fog machine.
Let's come. This is the life. This is the life part of the podcast right here. So yes. So last night our friend Paul Niemeyer, he took us to this creepy Addams Family type of house.
Yeah, what were you doing?
House of Oddities.
House of
If anybody's
Oddities,
seen
yes.
of what we do in the shadows. It meets the Addams Family. The guy collects creatures in jars and weird stuff and makes
Like tickle
ray
frogs
guns.
and like
Crazy.
teeth.
The guy
and,
outside
like,
with the picture, that kind of like, really? You guys were like,
Yeah.
No.
You walked into the house with that guy sitting outside?
No, but it was cool though. The guy was him and his wife were really, really cool. It was just weird. We don't want to talk about the table. We don't say that, but it was a table in there.
Stephen, what is the name of the house? Do you remember? You have a picture of the Trumbull House or something?
It's Trumbull House. Yes, it's
So
on there.
it's kind of well known. So if you guys are in this area, have you ever heard of it? Trumbull House?
Trumbull House or something like that.
Up high on a hill in Pittsburgh, and they have been collecting things for 30 years. And it's like doing around Halloween. It's October. It's really crazy cool. You've never seen anything like it before.
Oh my goodness!
So that's how we spent our evening.
Yeah, and then after that we had Korean barbecue at a club.
Yeah.
That was a DJ that had. We went into it first. They said they couldn't see us for an hour. I said, okay, cool. So we go to the bar, have some drinks, talk. They found a guitar table about 9:15.
Yeah.
Right on time, actually. Then at 10 o'clock, you just boom, 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 boom.
Fog machines roll
Yeah,
in,
like-
and all of a sudden the young people are out there just doing their thing, whatever they do, Steve. They were
Hey, we was having sake and eating, and
Yeah.
the meat. That meat
Yeah.
was great. The
Yeah.
selection of, and my good buddy Tim, thank you for the dinner last night. It was great.
Oh,
Y'all. Well, it was called Cobra, and no, it wasn't run by Cobra Commander. The place is called Cobra, but it was nice. It looked like a hole in the wall, but once you went in, it's like, oh wow.
So what
this
he's
is
trying to
upstairs.
tell you is when you tried to call him on the floor to say hi to him and he ignored you, it's because he's deaf from last night. It's really the reality of it.
Well, Tim, let's ask you something. So you are the voice of many, many iconic games. Everybody knows NBA Jam, and that's like that's our stuff. Yeah.
NFL Blitz.
So what was it like working on those games? Like take us to a day of working in that game.
But the easiest game I ever did was NBA Jam because I played basketball my whole life, watched it religiously. I'm in Chicago, moved there in '87, and so watched Jordan really come up from the really crappy teams, doing well. And I was playing basketball the Y maybe 4 or 5 times a week. So when I went into the studio, it was just me being me at the gym. And when I was in the backyard, I always made sure that I had to hit 3 swishes in a row before I went in for dinner. Even in the winter, chipping the ice away. It's like, time winding down, 3 seconds left, kids are from the corner, it's good! Everybody does that when you baseball players, when you're a kid, it's like, the World Series, it's the 1982.
Yeah.
And so when I went in there, it was just me screaming with the, excitement, euphoria that I had for the Bulls. I took a page of a magazine out of Scotty dunking over Karl Malone, one of Jordan, and I was just seeing all the great plays and envisioning myself in a Bulls uniform. So I was just having, the time of my life. So easy. Couple takes for each one, no big deal. And then you guys probably want to know the origin. Boom Shakalaka, absolutely crazy. The guy 2 doors down in the sound department has got the headphones on. He's listening to that Sly and the Family Stone song called I Want to Take You Higher.
Yes.
One of the coolest songs ever written. You guys know it? I Want to Take You Higher. Played it at Woodstock. And what I think is so cool is that the song, it would be the coolest song to play with slow motion highlights of George and guys I want to take you higher. like going up like slow motion. And what happens when you go up higher? Boom shakalaka! You get that rim boom and the rim shakes shakalaka. It's called onomatopoeia, folks, and it's going to be on the test. All right? So there's an onomatopoeia dropped by the gaming gods because a dude next door is like, he's so close because these little hollow core doors and like 6-10 feet away, and he actually smoking cigarettes. Everybody smokes back then. He's listening, and he's like, hey, John, tell Tim to say boom shakalaka. And I'm in the booth, and John goes, Tim, say boom shakalaka. I went, what the? It's boom shakalaka. Again, is there some context I'm missing here? Because I watched basketball all the time. I never heard boom shakalaka. What does that have to do with basketball? And he goes, what did you say? What does that mean? He goes, just tell him to say it. John goes, just you say it, will you? I go, boom shakalaka. Moving on, what's next? That was it.
That was it.
Right?
And it was more.
Yeah, that's the easiest thing I ever did that game. The harder and cooler stuff is all the cartoon and character voices I did for Pinball. 88 through, 15 titles. Popeye, Let's see if I got it after last night.
He got it.
Wow, Bobby Don, it's Chrissy Head. Something like that. In Gilligan's Island, I got my start because they needed someone to do the millionaire. Well, Gilligan, maybe we could ride Kona. Lovely, where's Teddy? So that got me in, and then they said, we need someone for the Twilight Zone. You're traveling through another dimension. A dimension not only of sight, a dimension of sound. You're about to embark on a journey with one, a.k.a. Mr. Boom Shakalaka. You will probably wind up tonight outside a Korean bar in a dumpster somewhere in the Twilight Zone.
And that's what it was last night. Seriously, and then Tim turns to me like, barbecue? I was like, I'm not hungry.
Yeah. So, I had so much fun doing all those first pinball games. Elvira. Anybody know the Elvira games? Scared Stiff. What time is it, Elvira? Time to get scared stiff. Oh! Elvira, I don't usually come out before dark. Right now, I'm getting nailed in the coffin big time. And when the coffins are rocking, don't come knocking. Hey-oh! I'll be here all night, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, guys, come to the party. We're going to party till down tonight. $10 at the door. You give it to Bernie. Is your name Bernie? Now I'm turning into an old comedian from the Catskills. $10 at the door, ladies. I drink for free tonight. Oh, you get it? Drink for free? Hey, bartender, give me an extra virgin, extra Bloody Mary. Hey-oh. That kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's cool. That's like awesome. And it's so great that a voice actor as you still have that. How do you like keep that voice? Like, because a lot of voice actors just like go, oh, okay. There you go.
I did that for a lot of years. I did quit smoking finally, but I just saw it in a big mouth. That's all.
And like I said, you do this. We was joking like that's gonna be all day long, and it's every convention I meet
like
you.
Like Lionel Richie said, all night long. French from downtown Minneapolis, nothing but purple rain. Game blouses, pancakes for everyone. There you go. And we're going back in the purple time machine to the year 1993.
And all the black people here joked and laughed at that one. I love
that. That telling of that story was one of the most beautiful things ever. Eddie Murphy's brother.
That was
story.
Oh, that was Chappelle show. That was great. Yeah. But no, it's like Tim. You're like, man, you're like iconic and stuff. What do you? I guess I don't know if anybody asked you. How do you want to be remembered? Had anybody asked you that? How do you want to be like? Remember.
Yeah, do you want to just be the NBA Jam guy?
Well, here's the crazy thing. Doing a gig like this, it was never about the money, not by my choice, but it was $50 an hour gig when I'm waiting tables and I'm pursuing acting gigs in Chicago. Mm-hmm. Classically trained, so I'd done my Shakespeare. I played Romeo. I played Prince Hal in front of a couple thousand people in the park upstate New York in Los Angeles. That's what I really wanted to do. But I had so much fun doing comedy, so I thought, I loved SCTV, Second City, Catherine O'Hara, John Candy, Rick Moranis, Martin Short. That, to me, was the best comedy on TV, SCTV. So I said, well, I've got my classical background training. Now I'm going to go to Second City, train there. So I'm in a weekend band just for fun, so I play drums, and so I didn't lose that fun because whatever you do, you got to keep doing it. You can't give it up going, can't play drums anymore, can't do art because now I got to be this. No, it's all related. If you're creative, you follow your passion. This drum set I had, I bought in 1975 for $457, and I made the money by mopping floors, cutting grass, and painting classrooms at a school in the summer. So it was a huge investment. But guess what? I never gave up on that drum set. Even I knew that I wasn't going to be a rock and roll drummer, but I thought I was for a minute in high school. My high school basement band. But because I never got rid of that set, and I took it out in a $100 rusted out Volkswagen through Canada in 0-degree weather to get it to Chicago, from New York. And I said, I'm going to keep playing these drums. And I could have sold them when I needed money. So why I'm telling you this story is this interesting thing is how did you get in this business? Everybody wants to know. The randomness of having those drums in that band, I wouldn't have been in the band for a guy to go, hey, I work out at the pinball company. Can you do Mr. Help? That was the connection.
Wow.
So if I wasn't pursuing just the passion, the creativity for drums, not that it was going to lead to some career thing, that led me to something. So I always think it's a nice little thing to tell people, like, don't ever give up on any of your interests or passions, keep them going. So that's how I got into it. And it was, as I said, never really made money. I wasn't a member of the union then, $50 an hour. So NBA Jam made $1 billion, I made $850. All the pinball games together, in probably, 2000 for everything. The home market for NBA Jam, Nintendo, Sega, all the different things. $3,000 I got. I thought I was hitting the big time, like $3,000. Yeah. They tried to get me for $800 again. They go, well, we talked to your bosses at Midway. We found out you made $50 an hour, so we're going to give you $800. And I went, no, $3,000. I thought I was big time, like going, $300.
Hey, $3,000 back then was like
they made me wait for 2 weeks. They kept coming back to me, well, we'll give you $75 an hour. And I was like, no, $3,000. And 2 weeks later, I thought I'd lost the gig by being a big shot. I get out to Kentucky where we were recording, and the first thing happens, I walk in, and this guy looks like a rock and roll star. He goes, hey, man, did they try to F you on the money? I said, yeah, they kind of did. He goes, and he just went off. He goes, I told them we had to get this recording started last week, and they were dicking around for a few $100 for a game that made $1 billion that they ended up making $300 million more on a claim. So that's why there's an actor's strike. That's why there's a video strike that's going to be happening right now. No matter how many millions or billions that companies make now, when I do shows, all the stars from all the biggest shows now, that like the Halo and everything else, these guys only make scale or double scale. That's the most they will pay them. Mm-hmm. That's like Tom Cruise going on Mission Impossible and getting scale work, or double scale, which means like a guy in Hollywood who's 21 years old, it's his second gig. That's the maximum they'll pay. So guess who ends up paying these guys' salary? The fans, you do. Conventions, signing autographs. That's how they make their money. That's the residual. Companies don't have to pay. You do. If it was up to me, I wouldn't charge a penny. It's just about like meeting people, thanking them. It's like, you've invested enough in my damn games. You don't need to pay more. But the companies won't pay, so that's why we're striking. So I'm out of here. I shouldn't be talking on the mic.
Anybody got any questions for Tim?
What do you want?
Are you from Canada?
From Canada?
Yeah.
Oh, hell
You said you
no.
traveled.
Upstate New York, Albany, New York. But I worked a bunch in Vancouver for EA for the hockey games and the NBA Jam, et cetera. Yeah.
I know Steve didn't want to ask something. Don't look directly at him.
No, here we go.
You might turn like Medusa.
You know what? He's been sitting here this whole time.
Yeah.
You're talking.
Yeah.
He's thinking of that.
Okay.
Who said that joke last like 20 minutes ago?
Yeah, I still say it's true for you.
Don't look at me directly.
And portions of today's show brought to you by Boom Shakalaka Edibles. That's right, Boom Shakalaka Edibles. You'll be flying like MJ from the free throw line in no time. Please chew responsibly. Side effects include trash talking, foaming from mouth, and catching on fire.
As you said, you want to ask something.
No, I was just wondering, like in your history, you have any history of being a radio
Mental illness?
Well, that's him. That's him.
Yeah.
Oh, good. That was a good one.
What did Tom ask?
Yeah.
He's going to.
What did you tell me? Ask me?
No, he wanted to ask
You
something.
didn't tell me.
No, I said you can't hear.
As a radio host,
Yeah.
you've done that for how long?
I've not done a radio.
You've never done a radio host.
You got the radio.
Because you're doing
WWJ 105.9.
but you pull this stuff out just off the cuff.
You're listening to the greatest NBA classic lines. Full 10 all the time. Hey, we're going back to 1993. Remember this one? Ooh, boom shakalaka. And how about this one? He's on fire. He's heating up. That's right. All 10 all the time.
How good are we on time? Are we good?
We're out of time.
You guys still have another 15, but I mean, you're supposed to be going for like...
So, Milky.
Oh.
Time is winding down. Get the buzzer. The nail on the coffin.
Yes, sir.
What was it like working for NBA? NFL Blitz.
NFL Blitz was great because now NBA Jam, when you look back at it, there was nothing crazy about it except for the on fire. and the crazy high dunks. But otherwise, like the dialogue was pretty much straight ahead, right? But NFL Blitz, you could pile on a guy after the play. You could just do a knee drop on him. You could just do crazy stuff, crazy tackles. So we knew that was going to be like a Looney Tunes, extra violent, kind of like Daffy Duck, getting his head, bill blown up. So I figured like, well, you need a comic element, obviously. We're not going to play it serious. So Dan Forden, who wrote the music for Mortal Kombat, and is a great. He's got a T-shirt that says "Tasty" for the Mortal Kombat people. Okay. He was the producer on that, and he recognized. He goes, "Hey, Tim, you go to Second City. You're funny, or at least you think you are. You can write the script with me." Like, so we wrote some of that crazy stuff, like oh, he just ripped his head off. Oh, it's just his helmet, darn it. And that was really unsportsmanlike conduct, but a whole lot of fun to watch. Aren't you? Let's see it again. Oh, he just did a knee drop on that guy's lunch pail. Oh, man. It's unsportsmanlike conduct. Way to go, and that's why they love him. The unsportsman play of the day. So we knew we were going to go to town and have fun. And that's where the interesting thing is, like all that pursuit of Second City, performing and everything else. Well, Second City and improv is writing on your feet. So it's the same thing. Like, Tina Fey from Second City, writing 30 Rock. All those guys, great writers from Second City. So now to be able to do my comedy and perform, like have a character, that was the ultimate coming together of something I could have never expected. Then to go on and write Slugfest, the baseball game, and the football league.
Slugfest, that's what we were talking about too.
Yeah.
You did MLB Slugfest.
Yeah.
Now, how many of those games did you do? Because it was a lot.
I think we did 4 years or something. Yeah.
So they went straight to PlayStation and Xbox.
It actually, for a heartbeat, they had a cabinet. It was just at the end of the cabinet era, and they go, it's not worth it, making more cabinets, so they shut it down. So
and then they put it on PlayStation.
If anybody's interested, go to YouTube, MLB Slugfest, Tim and Jim, and some fan took like 10 or 20 or 30 of the opening when the screen is loading instead of just silence. It's us just improvising. And me and this crazy guy, and it's fun. It's really fun.
What was your favorite project?
That was it. That was it. That and then Youth Football League, because the kind of humor and the characters of creating an entire world. To me, it's like an Adult Swim where a guy goes, "Here's my animation.
Yeah.
What does it look like to you? What does it sound like?" And to be able to just like fill in and do that is great. And the thing that is similar to that, and once again, like going back to like where Second City training and what I ended up doing becomes so unique. The Warriors hired me to do highlights for them for all of their 2 championship runs after every playoff round and after the finals. So they would just send me, and I would just get the live feed like from them, just the sounds of their sneakers squeaking. What a fantasy of me, though. What do I want to say? Like, Curry's coming down the court, and like, he hits it and he's going like this. I go, "Where's the shimmy button for this thing?" "Oh, there it is." He does the shimmy. It's like, what does Cavs serial killer Steph Curry have for breakfast? Snap, crackle, and pop nice crisp freeze. Make it a part of your balanced NBA breakfast. And Warriors down by 2. What is Chef Curry cooking up? It's curry surprise. It's fast, easy to make, and a real crowd pleaser. Kaboom! How do you like your curry? I like mine muy caliente.
That is awesome.
James Harden. Yeah.
Man, that's you never know what's going to happen on this podcast. You got to run in by a legend, guys, a legend. But that is cool. You're not a gamer, but you supply your voice to games. Right. What system or games like franchise or like Nintendo, Sega? Well, I say Nintendo, Sega. Yeah, I guess Nintendo, Sega, PlayStation. What caught your eye? They see you're not a gamer, but
the hell are you talking about?
You lost that Nintendo.
I lost the Nintendo. Yeah.
I like the first part where you go. So you don't play games, but you supply voice to.
Yeah, for all the games.
I like hanging out in the alley behind COVID, like the drug supplier, like the game company coming like, "Hey man, I can supply some comics."
Listen, this is what I've been trying to tell these guys.
You know what?
Whole podcast.
Oh, man, I can supply, man. I got stuff, man.
Hey, we had a big supply.
I got that boom shakalaka.
You're lucky he came in here to save your Strong podcast. Here.
I am so happy. Thank you.
I did the best I could here, but he just took it to another level.
Wright can do no wrong.
Just saying.
Thank you.
You bring the peanut butter and I'll bring the jam. Stephen Wright, you bring the coffee and I'll bring the Dunkin'. Kaboom! And the Dunkin' drive-thru lane is wide open for me tonight. Boom! Sorry, I log on. That's right.
Yes, sir.
I'll amend your question. Didn't you play your own games?
Yeah, that's what
When I was out at the Midway factory, I would be working on the next game, whatever it was after probably a pinball game, and NBA Jam is now out for the first time. So I got like 20 minutes of a coffee break, grab a bite to eat in the cafeteria. All the guys are playing all the pinball games, and Cruising is there. There's NBA Jam. So, oh, cool. I'll go up and here's a joystick, which I've never seen, buttons. I'm like a third 3-year-old, just hitting buttons and probably the AI, playing the AI stick or whatever. Like this. I went over, sat on Cruising, just started crashing Corvettes and Mustangs. Much more fun.
They didn't see you like an arcade unit or anything like this?
I would go to the arcades to see how it was being received, as if you hear about actors going to a movie to see what the crowd doing, not on the premiere night. You go and sneak in the back. So, the arcade, usually, a couple people around, cabinet here and there. NBA Jam, in the beginning, 10, 15, 20 people.
Yeah.
And it was the first virtual playground. It wasn't just people waiting for a game. It was turn this, oh man, high five, don't get that shit out of here. I got next, slapping cords down, yelling and screaming. The first virtual playground. Because I used to play outside all the time. It was the same vibe of people coming in and waiting to get your initials up on the leaderboard. So of course I go behind them and I hear my voice and I go, Ugly Sean, get that stuff out of here. I keeps looking at him and I go from downtown. He goes, hey man, you sound like the guy in the game. I go, dude, I am the guy. Boom shakalaka. Drop the mic.
But I was that's so crazy. Younger kids, the kids or the younger adults in here. NBA Jam definitely changed everything. When NBA Jam hit, it was boom. It changed. It was a cultural phenomenon. Seriously, and you're part of that, and that's so cool that you're here, but also too you recognize that and it's oh yeah, I just did that. That's part of pop culture.
And as I said, I lived my life pretty much invisible, worked in restaurants until COVID, 40 years since 1981 in college. Took 1 year off because I had a couple paychecks around the time of Slugfest and this and that. I thought, I'm finally out. And then Midway closed the doors while I had a contract to do more versions of NHL Slugfest, so I was already spending money that wasn't mine. My first big paychecks ever went $40,000 in debt that 1 year I took off, paying the IRS back $700 a month for 5 years.
Oh man!
And then COVID hits. Restaurants closed. My last job, a good steakhouse in Chicago, it closed. So I took another job at another top steakhouse, and they're like, yeah, we'll get you upstairs, but we need help on the patio this summer. And if anybody's ever worked in the restaurant business, you know what that means. You're just, thrown to the wolves, 10 tables all day long, amateur hour, ladies want 400 refills of Diet Cokes and iced teas. And I'm with 21-year-old kids who've never waited tables, never bust. We don't have a runner the first day. The owners are in. I've got 12 tables in the afternoon. And, the owners with 3, their friends, in the bathroom. They're out there looking for their vodka tonics. And I'm getting to I'll get over there. No one told me they're the owners and the investors. So they go over to the manager and said, hey, this new guy, no good. I got 40 freaking years in the business. I got 12 tables. The manager was upstairs. Here, I'm going off on the waiter rant. I love it.
I know.
The manager is upstairs. So when the owner says, I'm he's not. Yeah. I'm going to write him up. I got written up on my first day. Jim, I think you spend too much time at your tables. Are you kidding me? If I went by them any faster, I'd be lighting matchbooks. They're choo, choo, choo. He wasn't down there helping me out. Anyway, the bottom line is, my whole life, I was the invisible dude. So when you see this amped up energy, it was all that time waiting tables. I just wanted to share stuff. I wanted to meet people. I didn't know how people felt about these games. So these retro game conventions, the first time I've ever had a chance to meet all you guys face to face. And people call me legend or icon. I'm just a guy who did what I did, but I apparently, did something I think more than I thought as far as the lasting effect of the game.
Take your flowers,
it's awesome.
Hey, take your flowers.
The voice of our childhood.
Yeah,
really. And I think the thing is, even with the younger generation now, hearing it on some of these remakes, the cabinet, the arcade 1-up cabinets, and hearing that voice again.
Yeah.
I know he said to me numerous times, it's that was so cool. We got to meet him. Because they're hearing that voice again. It's he says, it takes you back to that day.
A good time. When we hear your voice, even here, I always go back to Aladdin's castle, surrounding the NBA Jam cabinet, that quarter weight, and I'm I can't wait to.
Certain memories trigger.
Yeah, certain memories and certain smells. We was talking about certain memories. I can smell Aladdin's castle. I can smell that cabinet.
Yep.
It's
didn't smell good.
It smells okay. Mine's okay. We had a good one.
Come on, man. You know we've both been in some stuff.
I know, right?
Just saying, like,
hey,
not all of them.
This convention smells great. I'm
but
glad
you
everybody
even at the booth.
Yeah.
I would sit there. John Riggs and I are sitting there chuckling because, like, I remember what I was doing when you would say certain things, and it just takes you instantly back to being like 10 years old.
Well, you guys would probably know more than I do. I don't think there was another game with that much speech.
No.
And certainly no sports game, but other games like the other big hit, Mortal Kombat, just had to finish it and get over here. But I think because it was the first game that had the licensed NBA, the league.
Players,
You were able to be a kid and have an avatar. You could become Pippen or Ewing or Stockton or whatever. That in itself is just, cool. That's like a rush, just like, boom.
You wanted to hear what you were
happened
going to
before.
say.
You could not be an NBA player. That's the closest thing you could be is playing NBA Jam. And then I think my voice just, because there was a lot of, the positive reinforcement. He's heating up. He's on fire. When the boom shakalaka, you hear it so many times. It's kind of like this Pavlovian dog, like, the saliva and the memory. And like, I'm doing well when I hear that. People are like, I just got to hear him say that. People would say, I couldn't wait to get to the arcade to put the chorus in to hear him say he's heating up.
That's right.
Because, like I said, when we're getting ready to close, but like, your voice is everywhere. Like, it was in Foot Locker. Yeah. It was in the mall. Like, it was in, like, Jordan releases. It's like, you don't realize, you probably realize now that your voice was, like, important to pop culture. That's what's, you see all these people in here, like, just amazed and listen, like, take your flowers.
I honestly did not. I did not know that. I knew the game was popular, but it wasn't until I came out to people and said, oh, no, it's the voice. Because when you turn off the sound, I even get it now. Yeah. And then I try to imagine how weird it would be to have another voice. And, when you hear about movies like instead of this actor could have been that actor, and I always go, what if I wasn't playing the drums? And it's just such a bizarre, like, other metaverse, universe where, like, NBA Jam and Blitz and all my games exist, but I have no part of it. You guys would still be here, but I wouldn't. That's just that weird thing like Black Mirror, like if this one little thing didn't happen.
The multiverse.
I love that.
But no, we want to thank you. Thank you for making a run in. Thank you so much for like your history and for pop culture. Seriously, man. Like, a lot of us in here are grown adults. We love you, man. Take your flowers and stuff.
And I want to personally thank you that you came here and sat down so I didn't have to talk to him the whole time. And I didn't know what I was
You know what, T-Wolf?
It's been nonstop.
Let's leave on this note. Like, one of the things that has been so exciting doing these tours for the last couple of years is meeting all of you guys, and especially after COVID, like the world's in like civil war, right? It's like Fox versus CNN, all the bullshit that's going on out there. You come into this world. Our tribe, we're strong.
Yeah.
This is where the love is. You know why? Because we go back to our innocence, our childhood. That's right. We play games. We live in the world of what can be in the fantasy. And it's a good place to be. It's the best place for families to be. While things are rough out there in politics, I can't be happier to be part of this. Thank you.
And thank y'all, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for supporting Pittsburgh Gaming.
And like I say, guys, always do it the right way. We'll see y'all next time.
All right. Thanks, guys.
And the two young men, if you want to stop by the booth next to his ugly mug, I got some retro games. I want to give each of you one because he's too stingy. He won't do it.
Don't start this. Whatever.
No, you can have your pick. No, seriously. You can have your pick.
Don't pick. Don't
do it the right way.
Don't look him in the face.
Right. You're wrong with a little old school rap on the rim, Run DMC style. Run DMC stands for Run Dunk Movie Caliente.
Medusa hair. Come on now.
Hey, listen, you didn't appreciate that last joke, man.
I know.
Stephen Wright with a little old school rap on the rim, Run DMC style. That's Run Dunk Movie Caliente.
Hey, come on, let's take a picture.
They were secret characters in the jam.
I saw that. We took a picture real quick. I could have used all my
Run DMC. No, they weren't. I'm thinking the Beastie Boys.
Come over here, Tim.
The Beastie Boys were secret characters.
Uh-oh.
Hey, yeah.
What did you go? Oh, you
made it.
Yeah, don't lose that.
Ready?
Oh, hello.
Yeah, put your Medusa strings down.
Shut up. He said he had to put the dreadlocks to the front, man. Thank you.
Right.
That was good.
Good stuff, y'all.
Man, thank
What a
you.
nice surprise.
I know, that was good.
Man, thank you.
Good
We
stuff.
thought you were bailing me out. I went over, there was like 2 people over there.
So he said, come on over here. Hey, I told you earlier, come on, Ross, join in.
Appreciate it, man.
No, it was fun. Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
See, I like how your voice changed.
All right, guys. We're gonna transition back to the booth.
Yeah, how you know Sunday? Hey, what's up, dog?
So we're still live here, guys. And are you gonna talk on the way back?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna let you hold this mic.